Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to this presentation today. My name is Rachel, and today I'm going to present to you um, a tool that is very crucial or very, very helpful that I've found very helpful as you create presentations for project managers, for operations managers, or anyone, or business owners, or business managers, or anyone who is actually going to work on a presentation. Essentially, it could be a pitch deck, it could be a project update, it could be, an informational session, a demo, or things like that. So, okay. So the tool that I'm talking about is called Gamma.app is the website. Again, it's right here if you see GAMMA.app. Okay. So when you go onto it, actually, let me just go here. This is the home page. That's how it looks here. It says, let me just move this a little bit to the side. So it says a new medium for presenting ideas powered by AI. Essentially, it actually is very much powered by AI, as you can see. The home page here. If you scroll down, it's talking with people. Very funny. Anyway, that are talking about how they have used Gamma. So I think those are employees from there. So if you see that, it says how you like to create. It can create images for you. That's why I like it. And magically add them to your slides. And then also that it can automatically create content depending on what instruction you give it. So in the context of this, an instruction essentially is what in the AI world is called a prompt, okay? But essentially it's any instruction you give AI, you will type in for AI to be able to give you whatever you need as far as something coming back. So here I'm just scrolling from top to down. These are some of their I want to make this short, so I'm not going to go through everything, but these are some, of course, of the people that have used it and are giving testimonials. So created unlimited presentations, websites. The website piece is very new. It's still in beta, but you can create it and more in seconds. Okay. Meet your AI-powered design partner. Here, the thing about this is that it allows you to collaborate with teammates, with even your clients or people like that, okay? Scrolling further down, build and share dynamic content effortlessly. So it almost works like Google Slides or Google anything, because Google allows you really to collaborate in many times. The difference though is that this has a lot of it gives a lot better slides, I should say, than maybe Google Slides might. However, I'm not saying Google Slides is a bad one, but if you want very good professional looking slides, that's what you get. So these are some of the things you can go and read here if you want. But us starting off, we're going to start off right here at the top. So if you don't have an account yet, which I'm talking to the people who may not have one, you're going to go and create an account here with them. They do give you a free premium plan also. Let me click here actually to show you. So usually they default to annual. Annual meaning you pay a one-time fee for the year, or you can choose monthly billing. So if you see here, you have 0 free plan. It's one user usually, or maybe it could be more than one. But anyway, it's 18 here, $8. Sorry, if you do annual, 15 for pro. So they have a plus and pro two payment plans. Otherwise, if you can do per month, it's $10, it's 20. I think that's fair for the amount of usage that you get out of it, or the amount of value that it provides, okay? So we're going to sign up here for a freemium, and what happens, they give you 400 AI credits. Now, they themselves actually pay for this. So the thing about it is to have a freemium, you can go through really a good amount of presentations, depending on if your presentation is not a big one, meaning you don't have too many slides, or if you have a few, presentations that, or you don't rather use a lot of presentations. So you can really go a long way with the freemium. However, even as you see, the paid one isn't really bad at all. So it's 10 per user or 20 per user for a pro, or that's if you're using the monthly. Otherwise, if you pay, annually, you get the percentages as you see here off, okay? So I'm going to click on the get started here to show you how it looks. I do have an account, so I'm not going to sign up again. What I want to do here is just to show you how it looks. So you can use your Google. I like that they make it so simple, because when you use your Google, literally it's a one-time click. You don't have to even enter your password. Once you enter your Google account, if you have a Google account, if you don't sign up, Google's accounts are free unless you want a paid one, which is also very, very reasonable. The paid ones are called Google Workspace. Others, enter in your email if it's not a Google one, which either way it's okay. Could be Microsoft, could be Yahoo, it could be any other email. Hey is an email type, so just so you know, or any other email that you may use. Okay, so now I'm going to switch over to where the other one. I'm going to just pause here for a little bit, pause share, because I'm going to switch over to my screen where actually I have the one I've signed in already. Okay, so let's bring that up. Okay. Review. So, all right. Okay, so I'm actually, where do we go here? I need to bring a new share. Give me 1 second. My word. Just up here for a minute. I'm gonna pause that. I'm gonna bring up the new one, and then we'll switch over. Okay. Switch over. There. So we're gonna bring a new share, which is that. All right, hopefully you see my screen, or I need to resume actually. So there we go. All right. So hopefully you see my screen. Let me see what you are seeing and just making sure. I think you're seeing, yes, my screen on that. This is the screen it's showing me that it's showing you. So hopefully that is what you see. Okay, I'll just move this out of the way. All right, so once you sign in, actually, this is what you're going to see. Give me 1 second. Once you sign in, you're going to come to a screen like this, and it's going to give you options of how you can create. Give me 1 second. This is the one you're going to come to, of how you want to start creating your slides, okay? You say create with AI. How do you like to get started? So it gives you these options. You can paste in your text in each slide, or you can actually use AI to generate content for you. And then afterwards, every time you generate with AI, it gives you the option to edit it to what you want. Or you can import a file or go to a URL. So if you read here, it really gives a description: enhance existing documents, presentations, or websites. So meaning that you can add to those websites additional info, like a slide deck or something like that, or image. Okay, so for each of these, when you click continue, if you go there, this is how it looks. I'm going to go back because we're not going to create. By the way, since I already started, it will auto create this, even though I may not put anything. Okay, if I scroll down here, it says you can also import files. So the types of files it allows us here, you can create from notes, an outline, or existing content. So either way. The second one is generating. Okay. This is where it asks you, what would you like to create today? Is it a presentation? Is it a website? Like I said, this is new. Or do you want to create a document? If you read again, if you hover here, it says more text here. more text, fewer visuals broken up into cards, meaning that the cards, by the way, let me just stop for a minute and explain something. Here in Gamma, there is a language they use. So when you come here to home, you're going to see here gammas, and another word that they're going to use is cards. Cards literally means a slide, okay? Gamma means a full slide deck that you've completed, or a presentation. That's what it means. So they use gammas instead of slide deck. They use cards instead of slide, but it's the same thing, okay? So let's continue. Okay, so we went to generate here. It gives you three options of what you want to create. To say presentation, to say a website or a document. Okay, example prompts. Remember again, I said prompt is an equivalent of an instruction. In other words, you can say, I want you to create this thing for me that will do this. Okay, so I'll show you how to do that. The other thing also, it defaults to 8 cards, 8 slides. Okay. However, if you click the down arrow, it gives you how many slides. The max you can create in one slide deck or in one Gamma is 10 slides or 10 cards. So that is one. Otherwise, you can reduce it to, you can create any more. If you want more than that, you're going to have to pay. See that? Plus is 15, up to 15 slides. I think anywhere from 11 to 15 to prompt you to upgrade your account if it was a free account. Otherwise, if you're already paid and have that, that should be okay. All right. And then the other ones will be if you want 20 and more, these are all going to be under pro, okay? Professional. All right. So here, I'll come back to this. I just want to go through each of them to show you what we have. The third option is to import a file or use a URL. Again, as we see here, it says enhance existing documents, meaning the documents you have, you can actually import them and then add either additional information or kind of like a demo like someone can walk through. Give me 1 second. To your documents or presentations or web pages, okay? So when we click on that, these are the options it gives us. Remember, this is the import. We're going to import with AI, meaning it would use AI to create that. So if we use a file, it can take a PowerPoint, a Word document, or PDFs, okay? If you click on here, all it does, it takes you to where you can actually add additional information, but we don't need to do that. So I'm gonna go out of this, okay? Import from Drive, which is Google. So what it imports or will update will be Google Slides if you want additional information. Or if you use Google Slides, actually, you can do that. But what it does is that it can enhance that and add more information for you, or even Google Docs. Meaning any slide that you may want to create, it can actually create them on your Google Slides if that's what you prefer to use, or also within your Google Docs. You know, same thing, Google Docs, Word Docs, Slides, PowerPoint. So it's kind of same thing, except additionally, it also uses PDFs. And thirdly, you can also import from a URL, meaning your web pages. Here it prompts you to enter whichever, as you see an example, to enter whichever URL or website address that you have that you may want to import. Okay. We're not going to go into these some of these details, but I'm going to show you at least the general way of how you can create this. You can also import URL for your blog posts or articles, and the other Notion. So in case someone doesn't know, Notion is another app that helps to actually organize documents or anything like that. Content, essentially. Content is anything that could be written, it could be video, it could be video, images, or anything like that. Notion is another app or platform that allows people to do that. And it has the option to add websites. That's why it has the URL there, okay? And it says here, if your file isn't supported, you can also paste in the text. So those are those are the texts that you can use. Okay. All right. So we're going to go back here to the home page, to where we have now different other presentations that are created. Okay. Now, I want to show you some of what I have here. Okay, to show you what happens. So this one says Gamma tips and tricks. Even though it says it was created by me, it wasn't actually. I think for everyone, you're going to have these defaulted into your workspace or into your account so that you can use them or refer to them. Okay. So this was from Gamma, which is fine. I'm okay with that. The other part is also Untitled. Now, because I clicked on this a blank one to create a blank one, you remember it, if I had the option to create from scratch, me creating from scratch, it will create it, so that's why it saves it, but I don't want it. So what I'm going to use this instead is I'm going to use it. I don't want it, so I want to remove it, but I left it here because I want to show you how you can actually delete it, and also some other menus that you may access for any presentation or Gamma that you may have. Okay, so you see the three dots here. That's where you go to access the menu, and you will see that it has a drop-down menu that we can use for different uses. Okay, the other thing I wanted to show you here, it has this star. It's add to favorites. As you can see here at the top, this menu we have here, if you have any that maybe is a favorite, you can actually, it can be added to your favorite, so that if you came in and want to access any of those, what happens is that it will be able to give you those. Currently, I don't have any, so it won't give me any of those. So I'm going to go back to here, recently reviewed. And when I go back to that blank slide, as you see, you can use this to share. If this was in real life, actually, you can use that to share to your coworkers. You can rename it. You can add it to your favorites, like I said, or the other option is you just click here and it's added to the favorites. You can duplicate it if you want to create it again. Say maybe you had created another actually valid slide deck that you want. Maybe you have a format that you already have, your pitch deck, let's say, and you have a meeting or demo with different clients. You can just copy that and not have to start from scratch, and edit it accordingly to the new client that you're going to talk to. Additionally, you can also copy the link for that. And then last, you can send it to trash, which in this case, I want to do that. Okay, so that is how you delete any that you don't want to be there. Okay, as you see, it's gone. Same thing here. This, I think it's mostly, let's see, this wasn't, this is not actually OpenAI Spring updates. So this actually I used sometime a few months ago, I think, when there was some updates from OpenAI. But I might have, what happened is that I created a prompt for this and it just came up with its own things, but I'm not using it. I leave this here for demo purposes. So that's the reason that I don't have it. Okay. Again, going back, you click on this home or house icon, so that it takes us to the home page, and we're back here. Okay, so one of the things that we're going to talk about here is, I'm just trying to see here what we have. Generate card. I think I use that for demo. Okay. One of the presentations one of the presentations that I want to show you is, I'm going to just demo again something like this, like steps to create a great presentation. The other one also, how we can do a project overview. This one was how we can actually present a project overview to senior stakeholders. That was the prompt I used. But I'm going to do this again, and we'll see. So here you can see project overview, presentation, and then we're going to go. Okay, so I'm going to right now go over the I'm going to use AI. So I'm going to go from here, create new using AI, and then we're going to generate a new one. So that's how you go to create a new slide deck. Now, as you see here, it's going to show you some of your recent prompts that you've used to create a slide deck. As you see here from the beginning, 4 months ago, I used leveraging. So I was going to give a talk at a conference, and I wanted to use this actually for demo to see what it would give me. I didn't give it any information. I just said let it just generate what we want. But everything it generated isn't what I wanted to talk about. It's even though I was grateful that it did that, but it wasn't. And so I didn't use it, but I leave it here again for demo purposes. Same thing as I showed you earlier. Actually, let me show you the presentation. So as you see here, it created these. By the way, I had a paid account at the time. So it created more than 30, as you can see. It gives you, at the very high level, these are the cards it shows that. It gives you the titles for each of the slide, what that will be. So what you can do is if you want, starting out, as you see here, it says outline, is you can change either one as you want. The other option is that either you can change, meaning that you can edit that. I can go here, but I'm going to put that back, future. Or you can delete it. You have that delete the card. The other option here, if you go to the left-hand side, if you see anything that has these dots here, that means that you can actually move it up and down, okay? Meaning you can rearrange the cards as you want, especially if maybe the titles are not in a sequence that you want. So if we moved here, remember it's leveraging. The second one is introduction, okay? This is supposed to be the title, like the intro, not introduction, but title slide. So if I were to move it here, as you see, you have to move it below that so that it moves. It moves to the second position and it auto numbers them again as according to how you've moved them. And then it moves the first one in the first position and auto numbers that also. So you can move them around however you want. This plus sign also means you can add a card in here in between. I'm going to just say adding new card demo. Okay. And when you do that, you can move it to any position, same thing, or you can delete it. I'm going to leave it here for demo purposes, but there's nothing on it. Again, I used it for that because I wanted to show how you can add a card there. But otherwise, you can use that and delete it. Okay. So having said that, I'm just going to go back here for a minute. And in our case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter first of all, okay, sorry. I'm going to reduce the number of cards here that I am using. Let me just make sure here that I'm being recorded. Give me 1 second, please. Just want to make sure. Because I recorded this yesterday and then it wasn't stop recording. Okay, I'm recording. Got it. All right. So, okay. Anyway, so I'm going to reduce the number of cards here to 5. Okay, I want 5, just a few again, because I'm using my free cards. So what I want to create here, I'm going to say that create presentation. No, sorry. Yes. Presentation of how I can ace. Let me say how I can communicate effectively, create a presentation of how I can communicate effectively when presenting a project to senior stakeholders, okay? For an update. So I made them 5. Let's see what it does. You click here, generate outline. Remember, again, I chose presentation, but we have options for website and also document. Okay, so click on generate that. And here it first gives me an outline. Okay. So this is the outline it gives me. Meanwhile, it also creates, it has settings that we can change around. So let's first look at the settings before actually the others. I want to see that. The settings here, what it does is that it gives you the options whether you want it to be brief or if you want it to be medium, not too detailed, just enough, or if you want it to be more detailed. I'm choosing medium, okay, in this case. The other thing is that image source. Do you want it to create its own image because it has that option, AI images, or do you want to go somewhere to a particular website that you may want to import your images? Okay. Now, these are things you can change later also. If maybe an image isn't working for you, you can actually edit the slide or the card and update that. The image style, I want realistic. I'm going to say realistic. Here you can actually give it the actual instructions of what you want. I'll say I want it realistic images and with bright and colored. All right, just simple as that. And then image model, it says playground. So I'm not going to go and describe this. Stable diffusion. Oh, so they use stable diffusion. So here what happens actually, here's the thing. These are the different, here on the back end, I'm gonna just go here a little bit. On the back end, they're giving us, this is new because I just did this yesterday, it wasn't here. This is very new for sure. Anyway, and it gives us what type of, which AI we want to use. That is a very good thing, actually. So these are the different AIs. DALL-E, however, you need to have the Pro, meaning that the paid version. Ideogram, also same thing. Then you have Ideogram Turbo. Okay, you can do that also. You can have Imagen 3, which is a Google imaging Pro Google Image AI, or Imagen 3, which is the first one. This is an unpaid. Playground 2.5, this is actually by OpenAI. It's the one with the playground. It has 2.5, 3.5 turbo. But I think they use the lowest one because, again, they're trying to make sure this is a free account. So they're trying to make sure that, they're not paying, because even then they have to pay for these tokens, they're called, for AI. And then the other one is stable diffusion, which will give you new ones. So faster images in a variety of styles. I'm going to try this one because I know I've used Playground before. Let me try this one and see what comes up. Okay. All right. So we've done that. Then going back here to our slides or cards, we'll have where it gives us introduction, effective communication for project updates, understanding your audience, senior stakeholders, key elements of effective, this is just the outline. So I like this so far, strategies for engaging and informing stakeholders, conclusion, delivering compelling project update. I think I like the outline so far. If you didn't want it, you can always, again, like I said, you can edit it, and then afterwards it will auto create. You have to first edit that so that it auto creates for you the content that it will put under that outline or that heading. Okay. So everything so far is good. You can add another card if you want. For now, I won't add any. I'm going to click continue. Maybe one thing I want to add, I want to show you. Give me 1 second. I want to just show you here. One of the things here, if you see, it says for every presentation you create, if you create a freemium account, overall in total it gives you about 400, I think 55 tokens. Okay, so for every presentation you create, as long as it's free here, you're going to use about 40 credits. Those are the credits, okay? That's what it goes towards your presentation. So just be mindful of that if you're trying to reserve or preserve your credits, aka tokens for AI, and then you can of course go further. But otherwise, if you want to create something good also, you can always upgrade to the paid version. Okay, so we continue here. All right. So when we continue here, what happens is that the next one is going to show us, this is your theme preview, meaning that it shows us what we want. By theme preview, let's see, it's gonna, here, what did it check on? What happens is that it shows us the themes that it's using, and he defaulted to, which one? It defaulted to pitch, which is this one, okay? The title, the body, and link here. And what happens is that it's showing us here where the images are going to be. In this case, it's going to have a content here. The images may be on the right-hand side, and then, something here like that. So what we do here is that you go to the right and you choose what it is that you would like to have, okay? Let me see. I'm going to go with, let's see, that's Prism. By the way, these are theirs. So as you see on the right-hand side, most of these are darker, and some people like that. And on the left-hand side, most of these are lighter colors. So you can choose whichever one you want. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go with this one, the petrol. Okay, where it has a dark background but a light, a light slide, so to say. So then you can, I'm not going to use shuffle, but what you can do is you can click generate here so that it will generate the content using that theme. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Perfect. Perfect. Presenter has finished generating. Okay, perfect. Let's see. It's still now generating some of the images. Remember, I said that I want the images to be realistic. Okay. So here is what it, oh, sorry, that's the conclusion. Is that the last one? Let's go, yeah. Let's go here to the first one. That was the conclusion. All right, so effective, this is not the best actually. You see the images, they're not the best. Effective communication for project updates. So we'll get to that, maybe editing that, but for now, you see the fonts here. If you don't want, also you can actually, you see that? You can actually edit those. When you click here, you see this little three dot. That means there is a menu there. It's not moving up and down like I said before, but there is a menu and you can edit it accordingly, okay? You can even use edit with AI again. Here it's convert to, let's see, if you click down, it will give you what you want, either toggle, block quote, or info box, okay? However you want that to be. I'm going to leave it as it is exactly. The other option is a bubble. You can add a comment. By the way, let me go here. The comment is when you have here, if you're a team and someone has to maybe help view your work or give you some feedback, this is where they can add this looks, I'll say the content. The content looks okay. However, the images could be improved. Okay. All right. So when we finish here, we post that, and then when the person comes, they're going to see that. So usually they're going to see it by, someone's, you see here, this is my profile image that I updated. So that's what's going to have the icon there for your image. If you want, you can also add a reaction, meaning, some emoji. If it's nice, you give a thumbs up and things like that. Otherwise, you don't have to. Okay. All right. Again, the content looks, I'm going to leave the content looks okay. It made it very masculine. I don't know why AI it's a bit biased. Anyway, this can all be changed however we want. So we go to the second image here. The second image is understanding your audience, senior stakeholders, effective time constraints, decision making, blah, blah, blah. That's great. The other thing actually here, if you want to edit the font types, you are very free to edit, to change those, okay? Remove formatting, we don't want to remove that. This is a heading, by the way, if you want different headings. That's the main heading one. You can change that. And as you see here, it does that. So it says display a monster. So you see that, you know, the fonts that it's edit theme fonts. You can edit those and change them however you want, okay? And get the ones, also the colors here, as you see the colors, the font types, you know, you can change them from that to whichever one you want. You click on that, excuse me, and then we change them to whichever font we want. If you have a logo that you want to add, you can upload that and add it there. And then if you have a particular design, also the roundness of the cards, or in this case, the roundness of the slides, you can also do that. See here how that is. You can play around with all of those. The images, okay? So AI images, here we have these that are here, examples, but it's not really what we want. So anyway, you can play around with which ones you want. So give your AI images consistent style. You actually can define this how you want that to be, so that every time it creates those, you want them. For example, if they're going to be human, you want them realistic, you can use that. If they're going to be, if you want to use like vector images, vectors are really like outlines, not necessarily realistic humans. You can also create that, okay? So you can define all of that here as you want that to be. And here it gives you examples for this particular one, how they have it with playful age, featuring Petra Blue and all that kind of stuff. You can change this here, okay? I'm gonna leave that for now, untitled theme. So I'm gonna leave that for now, and then we'll go to the next one. Give me a second. Okay. All right. Okay. So that was the second slide. The third slide also, as you can see, it has things here. They're not realistic. They're at the top. I'm going to change all of this. So give me 1 second. Also, this image is on the right-hand side. It has a chart. It's not where I want it to be. Second. I need to move. Give me 1 second here. You don't see it, but I need to move the menu for Zoom because it's going in my way. And that's why I'm stopping. And then the fifth one is here. So as you can see clearly here, the images are all over the place. And I want it to be uniform. I want it to look very nice and professional. So what I want to do is that I'm going to move my images to be on the left-hand side and then the content on the right-hand side, okay? So how you do that, first of all, is that we come here to where we have the layouts. So this is where it takes me to the left, this left-hand side menu here, as you can see it, okay? Here you can edit with AI, meaning whatever you want, AI can reassign that or anything that you may want, okay? Design partner, suggest a professional theme. I'm not gonna do that right now, okay? Because I have most of this. Card templates here, these are the different templates. If you want maybe a particular slide, you can use 3 columns, 2 columns, 2 columns with a heading, that kind of thing, which is what actually some of this was created. Remember, it auto-created it, so you can go in and specify exactly what you want. The thing that I want to emphasize is that even though Gamma helps us to create the cards, no matter what, each and every one of them, you have to go in and edit them, and they all will need to be edited unless it's a very, very small presentation and quick one, and you don't have to be very, meticulous about your presentation. But if it's a presentation that matters, your project manager, your stakeholders, it doesn't have to be senior, maybe to a team, you have to make sure that it looks professional. It looks good. So you are going to find that either way, you're going to have to edit it. Okay. Anyway, okay, so the next one is saying smart outlines, which is that I'm not going to go over each of them, but this is how they are. The boxes with 2x2 and things like that, team photos, drag to insert, all of these that you can create that. A pyramid with text outside. This is very good for actually images, okay? Horizontal arrows, meaning horizontal arrows is when it's showing usually a workflow type thing, okay? I like those. Those actually make things easy. Pyramid outline and things like that. That's very good. The next one is basic blocks here. This is where it talks about the titles and the next thing. H1 is usually the biggest title, and then H2, 4, and all of those, they go reducing in size. And also if you want a block quote, maybe you're quoting someone, you want it to be like a block, it will do that for you. If you want to insert tables 2x2x3, same thing, it's going to do that. If you want a bulleted list, it's also going to do that, okay, for you. So maybe here, one of the things I'll do, if I come here, what we just did, if I want a bulleted list here, I'm going to do, okay, we can also do it here. So it's going to be one. Let's see, this one, it's one sentence. I'm going to probably do this so that they're two, okay? Depending, remember to stay focused and all of that, okay? You can also edit it that way. So the next one is videos. You can insert any type of media, videos and media, either from a gallery, your gallery where you have pictures or images, video, audio can also be put in, Loom recording can also be inserted, and any others of these, TikTok, Spotify, Vimeo, Wisteria, and also YouTube. You can insert any of those. I like that they make it easy. Next, you can embed any apps. Okay. By that meaning that anything, a web page app, Gamma embed, PDF, from Google Drive, Figma, Instagram, and all these others. You can embed anything like that. Microsoft here, all of those can be embedded. Next is a chart and diagram. If you want to add some charts or some diagrams, you can also do that. A donut chart, line chart, bar chart, column chart. And then here you have the diagrams, all the different diagrams. Weekly calendar, a Gantt chart, you can use that. Centric circles, same thing. Target, Venn diagrams, you can use that. And then the smart layouts, you have the bulleted, all these other different ones. Okay, you can play around with them and check them out. Last but not least is forms. You can insert a form. Let's say maybe if you're doing a presentation, okay, this one in particular, it says effective for stakeholders. But let's say you were maybe a business owner, solo business owner, medium to small, whatever. And in your presentation, you did a presentation, you're going to give it to people, and you want people maybe to sign up for an upcoming demo or an upcoming webinar, upcoming workshop, or anything like that that you have, you can insert actually a form, a Google form in particular that you want people to sign up for. Let's say if you have one that's already created, you can actually insert it, okay? So here at the very end, is this yes, this is the last one. So let's see here. If we're to insert, let me see. So Google Form, let me see here. If you have the URL, so you can insert it in different forms. You can either have the URL of the Google Form, as you see here, URL or embed the code, or you can insert it here as you see, let's see, as an image, as you see that, okay? That's what it will do. But those are the different options that you can do. Okay, I'm not going to insert that, but those are the options that you have. So I'm going to delete this because I don't need it for now. But again, those are things you can add. All right. Okay, one thing though maybe that I want to change here is the image, and remove the background. No, change this format. Pick the image. Um, sorry, not the image. number 2 here, it doesn't have an image, so we can leave that sometimes. So here, when you're changing out the styling, sorry, that's what I wanted to show you. We go with this beginning one, the styling of the images being on the left-hand side and the content being on the right. Okay, so that is 3. So you go here to this little card styling. By the way, this also, if you click on that menu dots, it's going to give you the different options. So if you want, you can duplicate this. If you want, you can match this with another, with the slide above, or you can copy the card link or download it or delete it, okay? The other menu is this one where it says styling. Card styling. So what I want is this particular one. I want image to be left-hand side, content to be right. You can also change it however. You see how it's gonna take a minute and then it puts it here. If you want, you can move that on this side. And then if you want, it can actually be like a background and the text is on the front of it. However, what I want is it to be on the right-hand side, sorry, left-hand side, just like the first slide, okay? And then we'll leave it there. And then same thing here. If I want to change this, every card will have that. I want to change it to the left-hand side. And same thing here to for the conclusion. Now, being that this is a conclusion, you can leave it. I could leave this as it is because I like that. However, for the purposes of this, I'm going to just change it. Again, you have the option to have it however you want, okay? And if we change it, look at how it comes up. The other option, of course, I could make it that it's a background of that, which I think I'm going to leave it in this case just for variety, okay? And then if I go back here, so improve the image. Let's see, writing, layout. These are all the layout. Add the image, convert to timeline. So here what it gives you, the writing is what, meaning that the text is what you're going to what. And then the layout, try a different layout. I don't want to do that. I'm going to leave it as it is. But those are the different options that you can have, okay? All right, I'm going to leave the images as they are for the sake of our demo. But also to show you here, from here, you can add from a template, meaning you can add, let's see. Again, this is the style, the basic style that you want. If you want that, you can change it to that, okay? And then here, add card with AI. I can add that with AI. We added that, but I don't want to. So I'm going to actually delete that. I don't want it to be. But when you do that, these are the different options that you may have. You should have, it gives you option to choose a magic, sorry, to choose a template, meaning a layout. And so you have that. When you say magic, it's going to let Gamma decide for you what that would be. Otherwise, these are the different ones. You see the column of all the boxes, and then the boxes with the images at the top, and then this one is like a timeline type thing, okay? This one is almost like what we have, image to the left, content to the right, and then here, no image, there's content and paragraphs, and then here bullets, okay? So I'm gonna just remove that because I wanted to show you for demo purposes how that looks. So in the end, we have our presentation. I think I like it. When you come here to the end, you say, yes, I like it. Let's see, like what you created, create something else. I won't do that, I'll create it. Or you can go back to the prompts and then you can change the prompt so that you create something a little bit different. Now, obviously you do this before we go through all the changes we did so that you don't lose your work. Okay, so just make sure that when you create something, you scroll down to the bottom, and that's where overall you can either get some new information or you can actually manually edit that yourself. So far I'm going to say I like it after we change some things. And then how can we make it better? So one thing I want to encourage you, because AI works with training, no matter what you're doing. I would strongly encourage you that you give feedback so that they know. So in this case, the images were not really good. I probably should have left it with Playground 2.0, which is by OpenAI, which is ChatGPT, same company. I was trying Stable Diffusion. It's not the best. I don't use Stable Diffusion much. And mostly for image, I use Midjourney, I use DALL-E, and also I use the one by ChatGPT, by the way, which is DALL-E. So they use that background. And DALL-E is actually used, I wish they had put like designed by Microsoft, but Microsoft uses DALL-E, their image creation. So it all comes back to DALL-E, which is OpenAI. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to say great content. However, the images by Stable Diffusion need more training and better outputs. For humans, there is still work to be done. I give them grace because this is not their this is not their AI. They create an integration API in order to allow us to use that. So it's not really them, it's the people who actually own Stable Diffusion. So, and additionally, also, these are not perfect AI, as you've seen. The others have made good progress. Some are still in good training. So that's why. But please do provide feedback when you create this because it helps them to make things better. Okay. Anyway, so hence we are done with I'll just click that. We are oh sorry, I'll just go back to here home and then you see that there we go. It's created a slide deck or Gamma, and there we have it. Okay, so this is good, it's good enough to create for a presentation, and we can use it for that. All right. So having said that, I'm going to now talk about the menu here on the left-hand side. First things first, whenever you have this little, that means there's a microphone. It's like an announcement, okay? POV, public announcement. Anyway, whenever you see, not point of view, sorry, public announcement, anyway, you know what I mean. So whenever we have this red dot, that means that there's something new and it's sent anyone who has an account an alert. So I'm going to click on it. So theme import now in beta. Don't want to recreate your company's slide or brand template in Gamma. Now you don't have to. Let's see. You can now you don't have to upload a PowerPoint or Google Slides file and will automatically extract the colors, fonts. That is absolutely wonderful. Do you see that? This is very new. And I used this yesterday because I had created this presentation, but I forgot to click record, so it wasn't here. So this is pretty new. Anyway, it can automatically extract the colors, fonts, and logo and other styling elements. This is actually, they're really upping their game. I love that. So you see that if you have your template and you import it, they can actually help you create that so you don't have to go again and recreate that. Okay, this feature is currently in beta, and while it's not perfect, we're really excited. Yeah. So again, all of this is it goes back to training the AI and what it can do. That's where they are. Hi, we just launched a new step-by-step theme builder. Let's see. This is more fun to use than our current theme editor. That's better. That's great. This I think was here yesterday, if I remember. But the other one was new. Theme editing, so new theme editing. These are the ones that we talked about and we use, okay? So anyway, that is great news. So once you actually review that, then the red dot is no longer there, and that's how you know. All right. back to our theme here, you see it says Gammas. So these are slide decks. It's Gamma language for the Gamma app. And then here, if you have any, if you are a team, actually, that's the other thing. You can invite additional people to be part of your team within here. And it will allow you to do that. Now, if anyone imported maybe another presentation and they want a slide deck, they want you to give feedback or to review it, if you guys have to collaborate, this is where you're going to see that. It also will have a little mark here that shows that you have something new that has come in, okay? Sites. This is the thing I told you that it's very new. As you see, it's in beta. Before it wasn't, but you can create a site here. Homepage for nonprofit. I'm gonna just actually one page promoting. I'm gonna say one page website promoting a dog cafe. Let's see how that looks. Okay. Generate outline. There you go. How many? Oh, it's still using my cards. I think I'm going to remove this actually from 8. I'm gonna make it 4. Okay. So just 4. When you say, by the way, when you shuffle it again, if you make any changes after it's made this, you have to go back here and regenerate the outcome so that now it gives me 4 as I wanted, okay? Welcome, enjoy coffee and all of that. I'm okay with that. Let's see. This is the website now. Okay. So as you can see, it's creating that. I'm going to choose something a bit light here. These are now, before they were on one side, the other were on the other side. Now they're kind of mixed. So let's see. I think I'm going to go with Tranquil. Tranquil. And then once you choose your theme, you click generate. It's the same as we did before, except this one is a one-page landing page. I love it. Look at that. Adopt a new kid. Add another page. If you want, you can add another page. So for anyone creating a simple website, this is very perfect. Welcome to our dog cafe. Good. Book a visit. You can click on that. Indulge in delicious coffee and treats while surrounded by the joy of canine companions. Enjoy coffee. Obviously, you can change this out. You can even change the image here, but I like it. So I leave that there. The second one is adopt a new canine companion or how to adopt. So this will actually take you further according to how you want that to be. If you want to edit anything or add even a website, you can do that. Contact us to plan your visit. Dog cafe and all of that. Perfect. This looks great. Okay. And then we're done. Okay. Again, by the way, here the slides are going to present the sections. So just so you know, I think 8 might be too much for a one-page section. So 4 is a good medium. Like I did actually. So just make sure that you're doing that. Great. Everything. I like it. Okay, I'm gonna click submit, and then for the websites, you say publish. I'm not gonna publish it because meaning that it becomes Googleable or someone can access it. Otherwise, the other things you can add, you can add a link, you can add a button. Usually a good website actually usually has a button at the very top where people either can contact the business or they can click on something to access something that they may want. Here we may have an icon for maybe say phone number. So what I'm saying is that I'm not going to publish it yet. Let's see the option it gives us. Publish site, update your whole site. Default, publish this page, preview this page. I think let's say preview and we see how it looks. So you see that this is now on the user side, how it looks. I like it actually. So you can all go and fill in all this. You go back, sorry. If you go back here, it goes back into edit mode and you can go and edit all the information that you want. You see here, now I can edit. Before it wasn't allowing me, okay? Put in the information you want, address, email, and all of that. I think this is perfect. I love it. Okay. All right. So we've tested everything. We've created even a new website. That's great. For a folder, this is where now you're organizing your information, okay? A demo folder is okay. I created this yesterday. I'm not going to create a new one, but you can put here anything that you want, move things here that you want. In the case where you have a team, you can maybe be where it's different departments or different parts of your team. If it's a small business, obviously, even for if it's a solopreneur, you can create different folders that help you to get organized. Templates. So templates are where it's going to give you different things that you want to talk about that you can at least don't have to start from scratch, you can use. A project kickoff is one of them. 6 has brainstorming, essentially, welcoming a new teammate, go to market. This is in marketing, a hiring plan, a team outlook, quarterly investor report. Then now I'm not going to go into others. These are the favorite ones, usually projects and collaboration. You have sales and marketing. You have popular, anything here is what usually many people have. Obviously, a pitch deck, I've talked about that for startups, go to market, launching a product that you may have, or project kickoff. So you see that these three are the main ones that are popular. Inspiration. For inspiration here, just for fun, as you see, they say things we made here at Gamma. It gives you things that you can look at for like they did, and you can also use for your business. Either way. Okay, so that's what that is. Themes. Um, themes essentially. You remember how I created the other and now it saved it? But if I don't want it, I don't have to have this. And also I could go in and make it really that's my theme that I want to use. But it's not necessarily the theme I want. So this one I'll edit or I may remove it. However, if you create your themes the other time where we did that, they'll show up here if you want those. As you see, I didn't name this, so I would have to name it. You would have to name your theme, okay? Custom fonts. If you have any fonts that, especially when you work in branding, let's say, or you have a specific brand and they created maybe a brand palette for you, this is where you can come and upload your fonts and be able to use them. As you can see, they're only available. You can only do it if you have the Pro plan. Trash is anything that has been trashed. As you see, these are the ones we trashed before. If you want to untrash them, obviously you can go, I think, and either permanently delete it or restore it. Okay, that is how you do that. A last thing here, grid. If you want this, they're showing as a grid, but if you want, you can also display it as a list or as a grid, either way, however you want. Further down, it shows us how many credits are remaining. Remember, I told you for your free account, you start with around 455, if I remember right. It could be a little bit more, but around 455. And as you create every presentation, it uses 40 of those. It doesn't matter how many cards you use, but it uses 40 credits. Okay, setting and members. So here, as you can see, this is my workspace. I'm only one person. I think what happens is mostly for the new, let's see, active members, invitation. You can actually, it's only me, but I think, yeah, they do allow. So you can invite more people here if you have a team, but it shows you the main person who created as the administrator. If you want to give that, I think you'd have to actually, give that access to someone else. You can do that from here. But otherwise, invite others to this space. You can do that with email or send them a link, either way, and then it shows you who the active members are. Here, it's only me. And also the invitations I've sent, it will show you here. So contact for support, here they use AI. Hey, great. They still use AI, and you can reach out to them via here. This is the way many people are going, or many businesses are going. So just so you know, okay? So you can X out of that. Share feedback. If you want, you can share feedback with them. Otherwise, I did already and I don't have to. So I'm going to leave that. Okay. You can literally X out of this because this opens as a singular page. And then we're back to here. So I hope this was helpful. Again, going back to our homepage here, our Gammas. I hope this was helpful. It helped you to see what the possibilities are. We created some slide decks in different ways. There was some, right, maybe I didn't actually address here, right? If you use, this one was the one that's blank, okay? It gives you different options, as you can see, but I don't need to go through that. However, if you want, you can go and try that, those options, as we said. I don't want my video to be very long. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know. You can comment in the comments below. Additionally, also, I ask you please to subscribe if you like this presentation. Please like the video and also subscribe for more content so that whenever I release any content, you'll be able to be notified. Thank you very much and have a good one. Thank you.